That's right, boys. Welcome to the side of the ring because it's time for some ringside rumors. Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer indicated that WWE wants to book Roman Reigns versus Tyson Fury at some point down the line. It's expected that the main event it's expected that the main event AEW's Full Gear pay-per-view in November will be Jon Moxley versus MJF for the AEW World Championship. I read this weeks ago. I knew this already. I already knew this. That's good. Good. Fantastic. I don't know when Full Gear is going to be in November. It literally fucking said is right there. Fucking Jesus, man. Someone help me. So, great. I mean, I hope he wins, man. He fucking deserves it. Like, he full on deserves it. He deserves to win. I feel like he's going to win. I really don't think that all this is going on only for MJF to lose. I really don't think that's going to happen. So, MJF is going to be the AEW World Champion in November. And I feel like of all the people to take on, Jon Moxley is a fucking world-class, I was going to say challenger. This match is going to be great. Like, this match is going to be absolutely fantastic. MJF deserves this. And, I mean, to be fair, I could be wrong, and he could not win. I really have, absolutely no fucking idea. So, we'll have to wait and see. Next, after checking in with his sources in the WWE locker room following the Survivor Series War Games announcement, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful tweeted the reaction to that news and all the recent changes at the company remains positive. Sapp contrasted it to the negativity he heard about following Royal Rumble earlier this year. Okay, so if they're talking about the last Royal Rumble, which is the worst one, where they barely knew anybody, and the wrong people were getting eliminated and all that, I'm glad to know that everything... Sorry, I'm trying to stop my foot. Anyway, I'm glad to know that everything is turning around, I'm glad to know that so far from what I've been hearing, it's been nothing but positivity in the WWE locker room. So I'm glad to hear that, especially considering that Triple H was like, hey, we're not doing it like this year. We're going to do it like that. It sounds like everyone's like, all right. Which is fair, because this is Triple H. So he's obviously going to book it properly. You know what I mean? So I really don't think anybody is like, oh, God. You know what I mean? So I think everybody is really looking forward to how this is going to turn out, okay? And your boy is one of them, all right? I'm excited. Next, Wrestling Observer Live's Brian Alvarez mentioned there were problems with the concessions at AEW's Grand Slam taping in Arthur Ashe Stadium, just like last year. Do I remember that? I think I remember something about that. Hold on. Rumor roundup, Bray Wyatt. Dave Meltzer said the decision to main event following a recent claim event from Adam Cole. Many people who attended AEW's Grand Slam event in New York City described the situation regarding food and concessions as a disaster. Matt Men's Andrew Zarin, shouts out to Andy, said the staff at Arthur Ashe Stadium were extremely unprepared for such a large audience, with a few of them telling him they had no idea it would be a sellout. Yeah. I think I remember something... I don't fully remember that, but I do remember hearing, they didn't have enough food for the people and everything like that. I do remember them being like, oh, we didn't know that this many people were going to be here. I forget what I said, but I swear I talked about that. So, mentioned there were problems with the concessions at AEW's Grand Slam taping. Oh, boy. So, that's not good. I mean, I highly doubt that anybody's going to, bring their own food to that sort of thing. So, I can understand... I can understand why people, I can understand why, what am I trying to say? I don't even know. You know why? Because I was thinking, how the fuck concessions? So you can just get up in the middle of the show and go get something to eat or drink. I did not know that. You would think watching, from home, you would think that everyone just sits there for the full 2 hours. But no, they go get a drink, they go get something to eat. I really didn't know that, to be fairly honest. I'm not even trying to be funny. I didn't really think it was but then again, when you think of it like football and baseball and stuff, I would argue it's the exact same thing. Bro, get up and go get something to eat. This shit is going on for 3 hours. I'm sure you're fucking hungry, right? I'm sure you're thirsty. You've been cheering and screaming the entire time. I'm sure you need fluids. Your throat's going to be dry as a goddamn bone. So it makes sense, So, and also, especially in the 90s, where the hell else would the food have come from? So, yeah. When they're, throwing the food and the drinks and stuff, where the fuck, what are you, bringing a bag with you? So, yeah. Listen, at this point, the stadium's, really should like assume shit like this is gonna happen. You should really like I don't know, man. I really don't know. I feel like in the back of your mind you should be like, hey, let's have like a surplus just in case. This is a big stadium. So obviously the idea is that it's going to be filled with a lot of people. So maybe we should have like, but then again, you don't want to waste food and, fucking too much storage and all that. And like, I don't know all the logistics, but that's just me, okay? Next, Konosuke Takeshita is expected to return to the USA to wrestle for AEW in October. He's been wrestling in Japan since mid-August. Yeah. So I know the whole coronavirus thing, and then you gotta deal with, because that's what was happening with Pac. It was basically complications with travel and then the coronavirus, so he could only wrestle like certain times, and then it's like, oh, I gotta get my visa, and then I gotta move, so it's a whole lot of blah to plan to deal with, just to get to America, you know what I mean? So I understand. I see why this is like a huge deal, because first of all, Konosuke Takeshita is fantastic, and I'm just gonna call him Takeshita. He's fantastic in the ring. Everybody loves him. But I know that, first of all, like moving down here and just getting here all together is a hassle in and of itself. So I understand why it's a big deal that he's coming back and everything, and I'll be happy to see him. Finally, AEW wrestlers Luther and Serpentico have been contributing in a coaching role for a while, per Fightful. I love hearing about this. Like Molly Holly and how she's producing women's matches and stuff. I don't know if she's still there, but I know people like Molly Holly, X-Pac, Shawn Michaels and guys like Luther and stuff. I love hearing about this because they know what the fuck they're doing. You don't want some fucking random middle-aged white guy, who writes for like fucking MSNBC or some shit to be producing a match, because they are not going to know what to do. You want guys like this. You want guys like Serpentico. You want guys like Luther and Molly Holly to be producing the matches, because they know what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? Like, they know what they're doing and everything. So I love hearing about this stuff, because you know that the matches are going to be good from like start to finish, and it's going to make sense, man. It's going to make sense, and it's going to be like character development and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's why I'm glad that like so far I've not really seen like any I've not seen any like roll-ups as far as I've been watching the matches. I haven't really, actually no, that's not true. The AEW Women's Championship match, well, that wasn't a roll-up more than it was just like a pinfall. It was just a really like complicated pinfall pin. What? Anyway, so and to be fair, when I saw that, I was like, no, but I don't know, man. That's just me. I don't know. Okay, I keep saying that, but like, because I'm not a match producer. I don't produce the matches. I've never even been in a wrestling ring. So what frame of reference can I go off of? Like, what am I gonna do? So don't come to me. Don't ask me about anything. What do we talk about? Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer indicated WWE wants to book Reigns vs. Fury at some point down the line. Fine. Just do it. Just do it. You're gonna do it anyway. Just do it. Pull the trigger. I'm not scared. Hey? Fucking do it, pussy. I don't give a fuck. Do it. It's expected that main event of AEW's Full Gear will be Moxley versus MJF. Good. I can't wait. And I hope MJF wins. I hope he does. After checking with the sources in WWE locker room, all the recent changes at the company remains positive. Great. And rightfully so, because Triple H knows what he's doing. Wrestling Observer Live's Brian Alvarez mentioned there were problems with the concessions at AEW's Grand Slam, just like it was last year. Yeah. I mean, really, you should... You gotta fucking know, man. God, you're a stadium. Have food. Jesus, what is this? That's like being a teacher and going, I didn't know this many students were gonna be here. What? What are you talking about? The entire fucking classroom has nothing but chairs, and obviously those chairs are gonna get filled in, stupid. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a stadium owner. I don't know anything. I don't know. Okay, so I need to shut my fucking mouth. All right. Takeshita is expected to return to the USA in October. I'm excited. I love him. Everybody loves him. I can't wait for him to be here. And I completely understand why the whole logistics about, flying around and all that sort of stuff are a pain in the ass, okay? Which is why I understand why he hasn't been here as many times as he has. But listen, okay? Any night I get to see Takeshita is a good night for me. And wrestlers like Luther and Serpentico have been contributing in a coaching role for a while, according to Fightful. Great. rightfully so, because they know what they're doing, and you don't want people who don't know what they're doing to be telling people what they should be doing, okay? It just goes without saying. Folks, that's gonna do it for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one.